You see this guy. Achave pamba na apa uza. Ndakatom groomer tsuri. And he has since left what he was doing.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm also starting to realize how this is way more profitable
than
doing chickens.
Alright.
You know, they have actually diverted from doing chickens and they've shifted to do rabbits. You know, I've helped set up rabbits, rabbit farming for people in the diaspora. If I buy these rabbits from you, will I have a market? And my question will be like, my answer is the same. Yeah, of course, you can always bring back.
Are you considering buying solar for installation back home? Kumoja is the easy, safer, and more affordable way to buy solar from the diaspora. Buy now and pay later. Pay in affordable monthly installments. Get approval decision within minutes. Get your solar once you pay just your deposit. Don't just buy solar with Kumoja. Get help with your other projects back home too. Kumoja, building back home.
Yes, people of the internet. Right now I am back. I'm not orders here. I don't know to gadzira. Just do more of that later. So today I am back again for a follow-up. What is it that Mr. Tony is up to? Thank you so much, Mr. Tony, for being with us today.
Mr. Kondai, thank you for having me.
Yes.
Again.
Yes, again.
Thank you for coming through. You know, it's always an honor having, you know, people like you coming to witness what we're doing here.
Thank you so much.
And giving also the opportunity to us, you know, to explain to fellow farmers and those who would want to get into farming, you know, what we're actually working on here.
Yes.
So, you know, thank you so much for having us.
Thank you for allowing us to bring our cameras here.
It's an honor. It's an honor.
Yes. So what have you been up to?
Same old. Supplying good quality pure breeds.
Pure breed.
Exactly.
Yes,
You know,
100%.
that's what people now want.
Yes.
You know, it's like I'm saying, you know, my goal is, you know, to take this farming to the young generation. So one thing about us, the young generation, we always want things that is smart.
Yes,
we want to be smart. So we are now bringing that, you know, old farming and just modernize it.
Yes.
But the concept doesn't change. Farming is farming.
Yes.
Yeah. So what we've done now, you know, we've now just brought this revised model of farming. This is now just pure breeds, rabbits.
Yes.
So these are some of the things which we've been working on, which we are still working on from where you left.
Yes.
You know, just providing these quality cages, which people are really loving, especially those in the diaspora.
Yes.
You know, my biggest realization lately is those people in the diaspora, they understand value for their money.
Yes. Those guys, they've been to, you know, the first world countries. So most of them money at on the if something is being given,
exactly. And the first thing they always, you know, question is the durability. And after that, I just give them one word: worry not. Quality is my second. After
you make sure,
make sure, you know, like this cage. You know, this has been one of our top selling cages.
All right.
It's our 12 compartment executive cage.
All right.
It's been doing well. People love this. If you're going to be doing commercial, these are the type of cages which would want, because it has many compartments, you know, and it can actually save you in the long run because it actually can accommodate a lot of rabbits.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
I've been advising farmers, you know, if you have this and you have your breeder cage. Breeder cage, you're saying this is where they give birth.
All right.
You know, like what you were saying, this one is actually, you know,
getting
ready, and it was mated, you know, on 30 April. So they take about a month before they give birth.
So this coming week,
exactly,
we're expecting Kutitetane was good.
It's World Remit. Yeah, so, you know, this is just part of us, you know, just doing our record keeping to ensure that, you know, we don't miss the dates. So this is our which part? Dome labor.
I
call it a breeder cage.
This whole thing, yes.
As you can see, in a much bigger compartments.
All right.
And we put the nest boxes as well. You know, smart stuff we are just trying to do.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, so we just help it. Just put a little bit of grass. And this is one of our baby.
This one.
Yeah.
Then it's a pure.
That's a California breed.
Pure California.
And you can even tell by its size and in the commercial in food, they call it in my points.
Eh.
Our in my points. You know, it's black points,
black.
black point, black feet.
I don't know
You know. Yeah, it's pregnant, so at times
So,
it can be
alright.
but generally it's a very calm animal.
Alright.
Yeah, so
Kana ngoita kakungoda
so
kwa
basically
project.
this is people are vari kufarira makeji.
Andika.
Because of
These cages, even in when I'm looking at them, and then some and this young wonder about rabbit breeding, but from the Andrew Gona, it makes me feel like doing it also because I see there's a
that's the smart feel about it.
And
like what we're not trying to bring to this new generation. No, you can still do farming and still remain very smart. Especially now with this type of cages. And I even like how we've been able now to capture the whole value chain from the rabbit itself to the services we've been able to gather. I can tell you now we're now in a situation now we supply these cages.
Okay.
We teach people to do rabbitry.
All
we
right.
supply the breed.
All right.
So this is how I like how we've been able to grasp the whole value chain. And even to the rabbits themselves. We now these cages you're saying, we've now put systems whereby they can actually now collect even urine.
Okay.
You can come.
All right.
The guys were still to clean here, but even so the type of I'm sure you've heard how these urine
is very corrosive. Is this the word corrosive?
Acidic. But in short, it's very good urine for the plants, especially for those people who are now getting into organic farming. So they even question our cages. The cages have, how do we collect the urine?
The urine,
Good
yes.
news, we now have gutters.
All right.
We have gutters to be able to collect the urine. So we just put the bucket there. You can see where they're droppings here. Exactly.
All right.
So we can now collect urine at every
level.
Every level.
So from this level, it goes here, and then this one also goes down there, and then goes down there, and then you put something to collect it.
Just smart stuff we were trying to do.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, this is amazing. So what can you tell people when it comes to this issue of getting scammed? Because there was a time we discussed about people getting scammed and stuff.
It's very interesting. I actually have this story of one of our clients in the diaspora.
All right.
She actually paid for this executive cage. Like, Tony, I need an executive cage. So we gave 1 week period. After 1 week, one of my team members actually called, ma'am, your cage is ready. She was actually surprised. So to my surprise, I was surprised. Why are you being surprised?
Why are you being surprised? You paid for this thing.
You paid for this. And that's when she actually called me, to allude the story. Tony, people in the diaspora are getting scammed.
Yes.
So she was actually happy that we delivered on time and what we had agreed on.
Yes.
But, it didn't really go well with me because, like I'm saying, those people know value for their money. And those are people who work very hard.
Very hard.
Because I've now actually have friends in the diaspora. They're not available all the time.
Yes.
I've been having a night shift. I've been resting.
Yeah, those people work, my friend.
Exactly. So
they work.
It has also come to my attention how people are getting scammed, and that's how we've also now been getting a lot of referrals because now people, tend refer us to now being
they know. They know that this one,
authentic
people. They know that this one will give you exactly what you discussed.
Exactly.
Because the good thing is for you are giving the whole package.
Exactly.
Yes.
We, like I've said, we provide the cages. We train people. We provide the rabbits as well.
The pure
and
breeds.
Especially with those people in the diaspora.
Yes.
We actually now manage their farms.
You can also manage their farms.
True. We actually have a couple of farms which we manage. We have 2 in Marondera, I think 1 in Beatrice, and with one it's an agreement which we're still working on. It's in Mashingo.
All right.
Because now once people invest such huge of money, they would also want to make sure that it's secured.
Yes,
that's when they want also to engage expertise to make sure that things are flowing.
So I think
we have some people who still want to use our expertise, and they want us to manage their rabbits as well.
Nice.
So yeah, it's something that has been doing well. We've made relationships with different people.
Yes.
Some in the diaspora, some local. But we just want to ensure that things flow and people just get results out of their hard and money.
I saw there's that cage.
It's actually
it's green.
That's a very interesting issue to do with that cage. We have. I also, before we go there, I like how other people in the diaspora are trying to give back, especially to their parents in the rural areas.
Yes.
The farmer who just called me and said, Tony, I want to do something for my parents.
For my parents, yes.
So their house, according to them, their house is green.
Yes.
So they just paid for their cages.
And then they said, you want this green.
Yeah, we want this green. So there are 2 cages. For elderly people, so they just wanted them to be small.
Small, yeah, so that they won't have to climb on something to reach the top.
They're just ready for collection.
All right.
As you can see, they're just very neat cages.
Very neat ones.
And they wanted everything from the rabbits to we even got the accessories, the feeders.
Yes.
Yeah, and then we're just gonna put the nipple system as well.
Yeah.
But it was an interesting issue to me actually. Like I really liked how people are trying to give back.
Yeah, that's true.
Remembering their parents.
Yes, because the thing is, the most happening at it's not a very very good thing kuti ungochikumbirwa kubva kune mari yechingwa kana kuti mari yemuriwo. Anditi it's important to give them something that they can do. And you'll be surprised kuti vanotanga kutaura kuti makeji amashoma 2 minutes.
Because without they give back.
Kana kutonzwa kutonzi tokutumirawo here. You understand?
Interesting. Yeah. So according to them, like we can actually do according to what a client likes.
Yes.
So in this case, like we want them green because our house is green.
Yes.
And I was like, say no more.
Thank you.
So then also coming back to this is our bugs cage.
Bugs cage.
From when you came with Putin, right?
Yes.
With rabbit farming, there's the issue of inbreeding. So you should regularly change your bugs. These are the males. Yeah. So we've since changed most of our breeding bugs. As you can see now, we have this one. This is Changamere. This is a 5 kg plus rabbit. Very active.
5 kg.
5 kg plus. What we need to ensure is we're dealing with new buys at times. With farmers who are not experienced to this. So at times, like they've come in, they wanted to do 4 kg plus. So we also want to put them in a position of this is 5 kg. At least I was trying to scope 4.5.
4.5 or so.
That's our concept. I was 4 kg. Because what matters most are the genetics. We're saying if this rabbit can reach 5 kg,
5 kg,
the babies you're going to buy from us will be something like this as well.
All right.
Once it fully grows, it should reach something like this as well.
So how long does it take for it to get to 5 kgs or 4 kg?
Let's work with 4 kg to be safe. Average of 6 months. That's when it will be ready for mating.
All right.
Yeah. So now these are most of the. We still to label this one. This is Gaffa.
Gaffa.
Yeah. For me, whenever I look at this rabbit, I see some aspects. Exactly. Exactly. Thank you so much.
You see a goat.
I see a goat when I look at this. That's a very when it's mating. This whole cage vibrates.
Hey. I don't know about
it's a gaff. Yeah, and then
very
it's a replacement of Hitler.
Yeah. Last time we came, there was Hitler.
Yes. This is it's one of it's left his baby. Yeah.
Well, so this
growing
is Hitler
very
Junior.
fast. Hitler Junior is growing very fast. And below our California. Remember I told you we focus on 2 breeds. We focus on New Zealand White and California. Yeah. So this is
Boa.
This is Boa. And this is Shaka. We haven't replaced Shaka. And then we recently imported this one as well. As you can see, it's still to be labeled, and it doesn't have offsprings yet, but it's a 4 kg plus.
4 kg plus.
Around 4.5 if I'm not mistaken. But it's a new buy as well.
Hey.
Yeah, so these are some of the things you, as a professional
rabbit,
you need to be sure that you always shuffle your bags so that you don't do inbreeding.
Saka one baba vanofanira kunge vachisevhisa mabebi mangani?
There's this new model which is being developed by people want to create, I don't know what to call them, those schemes, those schemes, pyramid
schemes.
That doesn't work. There are different models to this.
All right.
There are different models I will teach you if you want to do this for meat. There are different models we can teach you if you want to do this as a rabbit breeder.
All right.
But this rabbit can service as many as you want.
All right.
Though of course you cannot say 1 against 20, but reasonably.
All right.
They can just service as many as you want. But it's just a matter of us teaching you. A rabbit is mostly active early mornings and late at night.
All right.
So if you make use of those time intervals, you will have results.
All right.
Yeah, you understand. But I don't like how people are saying 1 rabbit has to service 11. Those are funny pyramid schemes which people are developing for some funny, interesting, because we have people who are trying to achieve certain funny goals.
All right.
So they try to sell you things in sets and whatever. Some of the models actually still get,
All right.
surprised.
All right.
So,
All right. So the ones that you're teaching is a proven, tried and tested.
we have now been caps with these records. We have come up with these books. This is a record-keeping book.
All right.
It's just we edited this, compiled and edited by us. But these are just basically sheets. This is just a business card for communication strategies.
All right.
She does most of the communications, but basically these are sheets.
Oh.
Yeah, this is called the breeding sheets.
All
so
right.
this is what now helps you keep in track of
what's happening.
We used which bug, did it give birth, did it conceive, whatnot, and we edited another one, which is the bugs
bug breeding sheet.
Exactly.
All right.
Which dot do you use? That's how we also be able to track, the performance of the bug.
Oh, the bug.
So once you use this, you now be able to tally it. It's what should feature. Yeah.
All right.
You understand?
For record keeping.
Yes. This is one of our huge doors. We love this one. This is Daisy.
Why is that she's having this thing like a
it's called the pocket.
Okay.
That's what actually helps it when it's removing fur to put in that box. Because mind you, it's about to give birth as well. Yeah, we like written here. We measured it on 30 April, it's supposed to give birth. So soon enough, we're just gonna put that box. Yeah. So that's Daisy. That's his tag name. We use Changamira. Remember 5 kg back?
Yes.
Exactly. So the information we write here is what we then tally into this
with the books.
With the books. Yeah.
All right.
So it's also an aspect of being professional, which is what we are also imparting, to the new farmers. Because we want people not to develop this as a business. Not just as a backyard thing we grew up to. I don't even like how right now, even when I go to interviews or whatever, Chiggz, what do you do? I'm a rabbit farmer. I said it boldly. And people give you that weird look. What do you mean? Can someone make a living out of rabbits? You understand? So when I explain further that I've actually gone to a point whereby I left my corporate job, it's not story for another day to them. But my point is we're really just trying to reshape this whole mode of rabbit farming for it to become commercial. And I even liked how I've worked with one of our big clients from Blawa.
Are you considering buying solar for installation back home? Kumoja is the easy, safer, and more affordable way to buy solar from the diaspora. Buy now and pay later. Pay in affordable monthly installments. Get approval decision within minutes. Get your solar once you pay just your deposit. Don't just buy solar with Kumoja. Get help with your other projects back home too. Kumoja, building back home.
All right.
They have actually diverted from doing chickens and they've shifted to do rabbit farming.
All right.
I even like how people are also starting to realize how this is way more profitable
than
doing chickens. It's debatable, but I have facts for it.
Yeah, but this is my own. I haven't done this, of course, but my own way of seeing things. I've seen people who struggle. Kana wakaita mabraid and usually angatengesa kana kuti mabraid iwayo kana akafa.
True.
If something happens, you know, like, I don't know, tengesa beach race akavhara mari,
Exactly.
something like that, usually they are back to zero.
I
Like,
understand.
they've got nothing else.
Of course, like with any other business, risk is inevitable.
Yeah, of
but
course.
now we need to calculate the level of
Yes,
risk. I was
yes.
giving you some quick math. And I just told you that if you look at this whole compartment, I told you these rabbits are going to give birth
At the same time.
At the same time. And we worked in an average of 8 kids each. It gave us 48.
48.
We're saying if you get 48 babies once, which will be ready for market in the next 3 months, and if you just sold them, let's say an average of 7 USD each for the meat, I tell you, if you do the math after you've worked the feed, because with the feed, these things don't consume feed. They just, and fully grown rabbit just consumes about 150 grams per day. So these are the factors we should be trying to factor in. I like how we've actually been getting support, and we're now at a stage where we're not even doing workshops. Whereby we're actually trying to do the math with people and resonate with them for them to be able to now to make very calculative, decisions. So I really liked how that farmer and in Bulawayo, he was saying, Chiggz, I'm not interested in these breeding things. What I want to garner is numbers.
Yeah, the numbers.
That's one thing he has been working on. He invested a lot of money, I'll be honest. But I've not started to understand this trend and how he's just been diverting all his mindset of chickens to rabbits.
Yes.
In the Bulawayo. I think soon enough, I'll tell you, you'll be one of the biggest suppliers of rabbit meat in Bulawayo. Which is something which I really advise people to tap into. And people say, Chiggz, why are you not in the meat market? My answer is simple. I want to purify this rabbit breeding stock so that you guys will not be able to safely do the meat.
All right. So there are times that people can be told to buy, like, I want to do rabbit farming, and then I'm given some funny breeds. Anatroma. I have heard people saying anatroma.
That's true, but where you it will catch up with you, especially if you want to do for commercial growth rate. Those things don't grow, but they eat. You understand? Yeah. So the moment you now do this as a business, you factor in a lot of things: growth rate, time, how much they are consuming. According to what I do here, even when I charge for my rabbits, they pay rent to stay in there.
Okay.
But this is metal. This is expensive.
Yes,
so it's not just something that I've put there. They have to pay. And I even calculate a cent, from them staying there.
Yeah,
I need
true.
that money back. So these are some of the factors we just have to factor in.
You wouldn't think rent.
Yeah, because even with our courses, that's how we've become so flexible. Because what I understand is we deal with landed people. To someone who angangotuma kubva kufarm. You know what? Send mari kuna company ya Chiggz. Go and all this whatsoever. So we have even developed a different set of models. We have physical lessons, we have online lessons for those in the diaspora. And we actually use models to make sure to say yeah. So we have physical models whereby people actually pass through towards it, and it just takes 2 to 3 months. You'll be certified. Certified why? Because we now give people certificates. Yeah, because we now train people who touch us in the farm over. And you know how to take care. Like, this is emerging business, car.
Yeah, it's an emerging industry.
To take care of rabbits. Like, you have a certificate to prove. Not we're told this at Chiggz Rabbitry. And we can do this proper, because here we.
Yes. So you guys, I think you can hear this. Some of you guys, you've got relatives. I always say this, there are times that you've got relatives that but you cannot really send them to teaching, to police, nursing, of which I'm So this is something that someone can get into. You can't really say this is what they can do. It's either you can just bring them to Mr. Tony here, they are taught, and then you can buy them these. Reduce some situations this this is empowering, you understand?
Exactly.
It's empowering. I believe Gucci, this is what we can do as well. And I'm also gonna do something like that. I'm gonna bring one of my relatives to him, so that he can teach them. Then either in Indian data is the business, is the owner of the business, or the madamuti or
What I don't like most is how we people here in Zimbabwe are actually ignorant. This is a concept which I've noticed people in the diaspora have understood. You know, I've helped set up rabbit farming for people in the diaspora. That's how I actually quickly got up with that concept of managing people's rabbits. You know, like I was saying, we have about 2 farms in Marondera. We have another in Beatrice, and we're working on a deal to manage another farm in Masvingo.
Alright.
Like I was saying, people in the diaspora understand value for their money. So they understand once they've put in such investment, they need someone to keep in track. You know, because like with any other business, you know, growing up, we grew up to that term, Mutumeni, and I don't like how people started to call me Mutumeni.
That's what people
But
do.
it's really one of those things, you know, whereby you now secure your money to make sure that things are flowing. So I've noticed it's one of those business trends which we took lightly at start. But it's been an interesting journey. And like what I was also telling you at the time is how people are so skeptical about the market. When they come to you, Chiggz, if I buy these rabbits from you, will I have a market? And my question will be like, my answer is the same. Yeah, of course you can always bring back. But it has been my analysis so far, which I actually personally took from one of the guys I groomed in Morewa. These things, like I say, if they are pure like this, you can actually start to influence your own local market. And I tell you, I have more than 5 companies, 5 people, or 5, I don't know, farmers. We've written agreement that we were supposed to take back their rabbits after they, you know, they've read them and whatever. I tell you, none of them came back. Why? They were just afraid to start. So they thought they were never going to get the market. But I tell you, most of these, they've actually started to sell these rabbits before they even reach the slaughter weight cage for meat. That's how interesting it is. Because it still has a lot of avenues to be opened. So you find that the level of penetration which people can still do is amazing.
Yeah, that's very true.
One of the farmers would actually get influenced by saying, and every time and in Rukubasa, like one, I don't know if that's Sura, my time don't know if that's Sura. You know those how like the old people do it. Yes. So that's what people started getting, you know, being intrigued. It's say. Tatawa Tengesera this you know, this 12 executive. We were amazed. That guy has since influenced a lot of people to start doing rabbit. I believe it's worth changing such. So that as much as you are skeptical about market, let us say, this is for me the first port of contact to tanga kuto influence even your local market.
Yeah, that's very
I tell
true.
you, atina munhu atadzo satsuru kuti ndoda kukutengesera etsuru. If they eventually found out their own avenues.
That is very interesting. You know, I always say that kuti ndikasvika ndichiti ndaramunza kuti inini ndoda kutengesa tsuru obva nditi unenge andandati hansa ndatenga keji yacho hayo shamwari but ndikakuti nditori nadzo izvi so 5 kana 3 kana 1 I will start getting people wanting to buy.
Some of us being the young generation, I was I used to drop on a Buddha. Nice. I was at a restaurant, you know, one of the uptown places there. The food was nice, right? So Vanda Bonza, you know, I was with my communications, you know, strategist. I was like, the food is nice. Are you guys looking forward to indulge in traditional meals? They're like, yeah, we're actually working on there's this new, I don't know, concept of feed, high feeds.
They're funny.
Really nice stuff. They're like, yeah, we're actually trying to, you know, venture into traditional meals. We're working on now. We have high feeds. We're not trying to look for mbudzi. They're road runners. So like, you know what? That's common. Why don't you? We didn't tell them that we do rabbit.
High feeds. Like everywhere we go, it's high feeds. What's going to beef?
Because many people are really trying. Restaurants are trying to be different. You know, they're trying to get into this traditional
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
Even my plates are angry wood, you know, it's not
Yeah,
it
that's
was nice stuff.
Eh.
Like, why don't you do rabbit?
Sodzwana epitsuro, ndinanadzo. Eh.
But then when you hear farmers and about Chiggz, no one goes saying start by start.
Yeah.
Auna tsuro kana one.
Ende pakadaro kasvika kati aiwa mina ini ndakuda kuita chinodzitanga kudzichengeta ndozokupa anongoti aishamari but ukamati aiwa ndinadzo munoda ngani pewiki.
And the papa I always tell people ndo pamotanga kuona kuti aiwa
ndine show. Yeah, that's very
so this is
true.
one of the projects like what I told risk. I personally risk my my corporate career for me to do this. Why? Because I would always use one example. If the chickens mawandira dzakaita nhasi asati akwanisa kubhita market.
Imagine huku dzakawanda uzati tikangobuda takadai tikataka kutongofamba tichinoka dzimba dzese dzaushai paruchengeta huka
atiteredu mazita but tatomwa kuti amuna nzvimbo here tikupe huku muchengete mozotidzosermasida but you get that.
That's true.
My question was kana huku zvichiti zvakadai nemawandira dzakaita
kuzoti
kutsuro
avatsura asadza kutozikana. That's interesting.
Udzi nyama yacho.
That's interesting. So this is something that people need to know. Especially our young generation.
True.
What can you say to the young generation? What can you say? Because there are some people, they have got the potential to be doing something like this. But
no, what I can tell them is opinion de wako. So the moment you realize that by saying work, it means responsibility.
Yes.
So the now moment you get to be responsible, you now need to make those decisions. That's what I did. I remember when I left my job. I was like, you know what? I understand how I'm doing well at work. Being called, I want to push a graft. But at the end of the day, it's my life.
It's your life.
So I need to make decisions that make my life flow.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
It's being on those places. I was even reading one. I'm reading this 5 a.m. club.
All right.
This morning it was saying, the decisions you make are actually shaped by your flows, what you do, your connections, where you spend your time. So the same concept. Especially if you're young, make sure you engage with those people who give you the
motivation as well. It's very important.
I'll be very honest with you. I know this is off camera. You see this guy. And since he left what he was doing.
Oh,
yeah.
All right.
That's how you influence people. He's here now. Ask him what he's doing.
Guru Mavita business rebe.
You see, he drives every day.
Oh, that's nice.
Just to come in and see what I'll be doing. But that's how
you learn.
Influence.
Exactly. You know what? There's this time I spoke to someone. It's actually my relative though.
Yeah.
I was talking to her. Do you know what there are times that no directions. Musha every musha unogoniza vanenge vachiti kune vanofamba
True. Yeah.
Vati vananhinga ndo vanenge vachita kuti mushaye mari nekuda sei. So I was talking to them recently taitobva kufinyaravo. So takabva tese ndandangati but you know what vanhu takasiyana pachinhu one.
True.
Inini personal I ask baba indobvunza inini ndikatoona munhu ari kuratidza kuti bviri kuita mari handingoiti chazvongoti anenge ane mari mazuva ano kudada maakudya mega mari dzenyu.
We had that conversation with this guy last week. We went to Mabvuku. This is a very funny story. We went to Mabvuku. So we wanted to see actually his rabbits. And we got the first thing is like, Chiggz. I want to find bro. And I'm like, why not? But one thing that guy failed to do, not to be over pompous, he failed to humble himself and ask, akatanga kuti kanzi. Like, tichitongokuonayo kumana mimi. But you could say, I'm like, what if we just
share my ideas.
Exactly. We actually do that with fellow farmers. Like, guy, look, that's what I was telling you about this breed. Because we got this breed. This is an Angora breed, which cross. Remember that bag which Yamakabata that did? We had an idea from someone. Chiggz, if you mix New Zealand white and the Angora breed, you produce huge offspring. So it's a breed one.
Same day, same time.
Different suros though. Right. these are smaller than these
Than
ones.
this one,
Why?
I
Because
can actually
this
see
is a
that.
cross.
This is a crossbreed.
These are ideas which
you
you can
share.
exactly which
Exactly.
you take from people. So that's
Exactly.
what I'm saying about, you know, what I was reading from this book. You know, is the circles which you keep, the energy. That's how.
That's very
you
true.
get. So
Didn't I ask Baba? No, you've seen me
I've noticed.
with even Zigo.
That's how.
I don't know.
life flows.
He's a content creator just like me. And
But you guys share.
tinotenda nguva unonga musiya
I've actually seen
takayatesa.
even your podcast. You,
Yes, vamwe vanhu vanenge vachitoti but mukadai muri kuita zvekuexpose
exactly.
tukana muchiti
No,
nhingakaza ndoti no ini there are times that I spend the whole day with Zigo otonditi mari pane mic yakadai soyo yakapenga
True. You need to
ndototi
try that
ini
out.
ndinongati hamira uone zvainoita kana kuti pane kamera kana kuti pane software ndakashandisa because ndokona kutona something chaanenge ati ndoti iyo how did you do this
exactly.
otonditi auya ndikuratidza.
Because you can never be a
That's
job
how you
of all
improve.
trades.
Exactly.
Even with Tsuru, man, I want to know she breed chakapenga. The same way I've been telling you about my California. These California breeds I have. I tell you, people are on my back. This is
pure 100%.
kuri kwedu anenge achinzi Tsuru ine mapoints. Ine mapoints yakachena.
Yakachena.
You know, but this summer if you're a good farmer, Chiggz une maCalifornia akapenga. Ndipo mbeu, you know, I can just give him a bag. But that's how you mend relationships.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
basically, like you're asking on the, you know, the young generation. I think that's what's important. You know, your circles, where you spend your energies. Ukona mwana chauri kuziya chauri kuziya like you're saying mugare bamba
indena nobvunza
mugare bamba kuti
mati pamwe pacho ndogona kuti ndanomhenda mumwe mvesa andakatomboti ndanaka ndoda kumboya kwamunguna ndogara anenge ane mota yake hai ndoti kamuda ndokudhiraivha hai kana kuti ndini ndogara pasaidi ndoswera nemi nhasi kana riri lanchi ndikutenga ini handitotenga sadza ndiswere nemi ndichiona achiita zvaari kuita achitonudza kuti saka ichi tonotenga apa tobva tazonotengesa apo mari yakatoti pamwe anotobvunza saka ini kana ida kuitawo ndoita sei. I was dealing that relative of mine chimudza nyaya ndikati unozati chika that's how you end up seeing some of us out and we are doing better than you. It's because we ask. Imi manje mune muchitoti ukandiona ubva roti unoda kutanga utoniganzira kana utanga kuti anoda kuonererwa kana kuti anoda kuda
anoziya it's like with that guy I was telling you about. My cages again was actually easier for him, you know, to have those cages because he quickly understood this was our concept cage. If you notice these dimensions are different from these
smaller
dimensions.
than this one. Yes,
it's just through experience.
Exactly.
I'll notice that no, if a rabbit is big like this, these dimensions will be fair for it to have its babies. And when it gets to this age, we now call them growers. They don't need too much space because it doesn't go galero. So you need, these compartments will be enough. And you know, the moment you spend maybe most of your day with me, it will be very easy for you to understand.
Yeah, that's true.
You understand?
Even if I actually got to know kuti, you know, there are some people on that runs, mukoma wangu ndiwereda, ndichangomuudza kuti gadzira anditi. But can you see kuti you told me something about how these vana
exactly
kuti vasanowira umu maningirikina. And you said something like that. I actually heard someone explaining that as well. Kuti ndakambonza achingotora maningirina wangotora wangoisa chira vaisa. But when they did that, twaipayikira kuona katsoka kaipinda. I know
that is experience.
So it all comes back to issue kuti when you spend time with other people wanenge vaine experience. Some of those things inindena ndindega ndaikandoti toni keji yake plus keji yake arutaura ikaidokora kugadzirisa ndina sekuru wangu anoweredha. But some of these things unozotanga kuzozviona later on.
Sharing ideas. It comes back to sharing ideas.
Amazing stuff. Thank you so much for giving us this chance.
No, thank you so much.
Do you have anything that you want to say to people? Yeah, good. Ndakapiwa Tsuru. So I'm going to be one of the biggest Tsuru makers in so changosara cheti ingori cage njanrofana ngoita.
Yeah, so this was an appreciation to you.
Thank you.
We've managed even to bridge. You know, we've now have access to even to, like I've mentioned it. If you notice, I was mentioning a lot of diaspora. Thanks to guys like you.
Thank you.
You made us connect to such market. And this is me, a way of also trying you to push.
Exactly.
So that Mr. Dio, I said theory. These things are actually happening.
It's happening.
People are really making a life out of these rabbits.
Yes. So guys, very soon you're going to be seeing me doing videos every day of me with my
your morning routine.
Yes, morning routine.
You know, like how the old people would actually do. every day kumunda
Gee.
chibage chinokura every day uchiona chibata
Vachita
chibage
kufanira kunonzi kumema munda kwekuti vanenge vakaisa maoko
you know
musana.
what I don't understand.
Vachitenderera.
First that's my first routine.
Eh,
I wake up, I read.
eh,
You know, like, hey, I don't know who needs to read this. I know it's of course you need to read the book called the 5 a.m. Club. Good
my
stuff.
one.
Good stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
After I read, I come to my rabbit. No matter what I want to do, after I've seen my rabbits,
Then
my
you-
mind will not start functioning.
Yes.
So I've now
Wana-
understand, those funny
wanawako.
routines, which old people would actually do when growing up. It now makes sense.
Yeah, that's
You know,
true.
and these are type of smart hobbies which even the whites, used to do. You can find a white person getting addicted to a horse.
Yeah, that's true. They make sure. Ringe richitwa zvese uchona richibrushwa. Richibrushwa so muswe uchinyatsotsotwa. Yeah, that's the thing.
These are just, things
Yeah.
that I'm now trained to, to understand.
Thank you so
But
much.
once again, thank you so much for passing through.
Andika.
Mr. Kondai.
Nice, Mama. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Are you considering buying solar for installation back home? Kumoja is the easy, safer, and more affordable way to buy solar from the diaspora. Buy now and pay later. Pay in affordable monthly installments. Get approval decision within minutes. Get your solar once you pay just your deposit. Don't just buy solar with Kumoja. Get help with your other projects back home too. Kumoja, building back home.